Hello, my name is Broderick Butler. I'm from Senecawood, Texas, and I'm running for council member for Houston City Council District B to make my neighborhood better. And specifically by that is to work on platforms which are economic development, education, and lessening crime in the district. When I arrived back home in 2014, I came to an understanding that when my family moved into District B in 1970, the community had not grown, businesses had not flourished, schools had been closed, and I thought someone was taking care of that. But as I talked to individuals in the community and saw who was considering running, I asked around and said, where do people think of them? They said they did not have a high opinion. So I asked, what if I run? They said that's a different issue. So I did a listening tour, went to every corner of the district, sat in civic clubs, talked to people, and wrote down what their concerns and issues were, and then finally made a decision to get off the sidelines and run for city council. District B is the most underrepresented, poorest district in the Houston City Council, but you would tell the mayor, I still have a vote. So in a conversation with the mayor, you will express to him that on issues that he already has an overwhelming majority that will benefit the city, benefit your district, you will be happy to work with him. On a couple of issues that would be close to the line, you would give some consideration to working with him to take care of the city's agenda. But outside of that, you would have to draw a line in the sand and tell the mayor, but if there are any issues of votes that hurt District B, you will not have my votes on those, and those are unconditional. So you would work with the mayor for larger issues that benefit the city, benefit some other districts, but when it comes to your district, the understanding is there will be no votes that will be taken that will hurt District B. My agenda would be to work on the issues that the people in Acres Home have told me about. One, it would be to put sidewalks on Alabanzan Road to make that a less dangerous road. The other issue would be the batch plant that you guys are trying not to have permitted to open so that it can create an environmental hazard to your community. Thirdly, there were some issues about water quality. At that point, those were the top issues that people talked to me about, but I do recall that rooftops, and when I say rooftops, it's home ownership, was a very significant issue with you guys, and as far as securing your community against gentrification, but also growth and development. Lastly, I would then jump in, and it would be about economic development, lessening crime, and trying to make sure that the city doesn't do education, but the city could do education if they put resources into it. So it would be that long list of things, but it probably would be more that citizens from Acres Home will talk to me about and explain to me about and educate me to these are the needs and concerns that have to be addressed in Acres Home to make it a better community to live, work, and play in. I talk about economic development a lot, but one of the core issues is that in every community that comprises District B, you have human capital, and we have not maximized that human capital. So even if it's through economic development, through education, through lessening crime, through rooftops, through investing from outside sources, or investing from inside sources, I would like to see more entrepreneurship. I would like to see more people open up businesses in their communities, providing services for the people in that community, because they would know better. But at the end of the day, I want these communities to have local control to decide what they want to look like. So Acres Home doesn't have to look like the Heights, but it can take elements from successful communities and become even more successful. But Acres Home will get to decide. Just like Fifth Ward will get to decide what Fifth Ward will look like. Just like East Houston will get to decide going forward what East Houston will look like. Some of these journeys, while we are all in the same district together, will be independent journeys of communities deciding for themselves along their list of priorities and solutions, which are not the same for each, but some of them flip-flop, some of them are ranked higher than others, some of them are overlap, but they'll get to decide for themselves how they want their local community in a 5-mile radius outside the center of that community to look like compared to the southern end of the district, the middle of the district, or the neighboring part of them of the district. That's what I would like for my campaign to allow people to do, to empower them to be able to make choices of what they want to look like, but also lastly, to go down to city council, to county commissioners court, go down to their federal, state representatives and tell them every need they have without fear, some steel in their backbone, and start to get resources for these communities.